Hello and welcome to episode 6, the six-pack of Barclay Street podcast.
Yeah, we're still in the air.
The six-pack.
Oh, God.
Take it or leave it. Of the Western Bulldogs podcast, Barclay Street, hashtag Barclay Street for the cool kids on the socials.
On the socials.
And this week, well, as it is every week, except for last week, where we had a slight upgrade in star quality.
This is how it's going to start. Yeah, welcome me back. That's an interesting welcome.
I still haven't finished the intro.
Exactly roll the red carpet.
And this week, and most weeks, it is the goal-kicking hero himself.
I'm glad you brought it up, Bobo.
Eastonwood. See, I was building up just to give you a little clip.
Do we have the footage? Can we go straight into that? Because it's going to be a big part of the show today.
We're going to get there.
All right.
First of all, welcome. How are you, man?
Very
you good,
mate. Very well. A little bit disappointed about you last week. I mean, you've gone for a co-host and you've cheated on me. How close to home do you want to go? You couldn't think of anyone outside the four walls.
I just wanted to know if it was really over.
Anyone. I could handle anyone else.
Just one more time.
Here's a bar you can't you can't compete with.
Just went back one more. Is the magic still there? It's not. There's a reason. Yeah. There's a reason why we broke up. It became evident about 9 minutes in.
Oh, good.
But it's good
nice
to see
you back, Bobo. It's nice to see you. A new hat.
Thank you.
New old hat. Is it an old hat?
No, it's just a brand
spanker.
It's a brand spanker.
It's not like you. It's normally straight to the upshot.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to evolve, move with the times.
Look at you.
Straight off the track, I had a little sneaky peek.
Yeah.
They try and lock me out, but I found a way in.
Slippery like that.
Beautiful day for training.
Absolutely crisp.
Oh, my gosh.
I accidentally put the skins on, which was a mistake because it was felt like 5 degrees this morning, but it turned out to be beautiful out there.
How are the boys going? Fitting well and
going great, mate.
Cruising?
Really. And when we talk about the vibe, Marbo, the vibe, it's great at the moment. Obviously, we've got bits and pieces that we're still working towards, but it's just great.
That's not true. You've clocked footy. You've absolutely clocked it.
No,
what are you working on?
We speak a lot about.
What are you working on?
We've spoken before a lot about that collective push, about having that momentum and having enough guys on the same page, so you're pulling everyone in the same direction.
Got to protect the momentum.
Correct. It's the most I've felt having the most of us push in the same direction, which is really special. And
bit of a jab.
Well, I mean, you were at the helm, and certain things went different ways. I suppose that I was too. So Bont clocked it.
Yeah. Okay.
Buddy Bont.
Again, Bont clocked it. Bont does everything
good at everything.
Before we get into the serious stuff of your goal, Yawn Fest, we need to pay homage to Ali Blackburn, the Bulldogs AFLW skipper, who was All-Australian.
Third time?
Last night, three times in a row, and almost pinched the medal itself. 4 best on grounds and a 2 voter. I don't know. I mean, the other girls they're damn good players, but she is very much at home in the top echelon and
absolutely really cemented her place, isn't she?
An incredible leader. Having seen her up close, she is as impressive a leader as I've ever seen.
What do you
like
about her leadership? What is it?
She has that rare combination of humility and confidence, and being able to recognise the moment. Talked about this with Bont last week.
Yeah.
There's one thing the game is building to a crescendo. The game needs a big moment.
And they step up.
I might be the one to do that and then actually execute it. Yeah. She just did that time and time again. And she has a thing of when she speaks to the group or for the group, she has a presence and a charisma and is able to work through the people that need to be thanked or acknowledged and do it with a warmth.
Like a genuine...
it doesn't feel like a running through the list.
This is
no.
It's this is a genuine...
Yeah, she makes those people feel like she's talking straight to them.
That's impressive.
Just something you really lacked as when I
was waiting for how we're going to bring that around to what I lacked or what I didn't do.
Well, it was all I
was ruminating in my head thinking, am I going to throw Bob under the bus here and say, well, all the things
it was a matter of who gets in first.
Should have known better.
Surely those listening
jump
now,
in there.
have picked up the pattern. When things get a little bit too sugary sweet,
whack for
there's
Western.
a big
Great segue, though, to talk about something positive. Where's me goal? Get the footage up. Where is it? Come on.
So just before we run the footage, and we will run the footage, calm down, we're going to run it.
Thank you.
Why is there such a weight of significance for this goal? You've kicked goals before. You've played, lots of footy. I mean, you've missed lots of footy with hamstrings.
It's the
let's
Laverne
be
and
fair.
Cheryl at the best. No, look, it's probably the time between drinks, I would have thought. I haven't kicked a goal in 4 years. I think they brought it up, the Bulldogs Twitter put it up, I think it was round 4 in 2017.
Right.
And the even more depressing thing about that 4-year span is I played a season as a forward. So there's been some cobwebs there.
Can at some stage we explore the forward experiment?
I don't think we want to go
put
back
a
there,
proper
Touch.
20 minutes aside to round by round.
Also, 20 minutes isn't going to do it.
What happened this week? What was the inner turmoil?
This wasn't a chance to talk about that. There was a chance to talk about that. So look, I learned a couple of things.
You were very excited. So I didn't get to see the game on the weekend. So I heard about it. I saw a little bit of footage. People were very excited.
All you got to know is, Bob, blokes overcomplicate this goal kicking thing, mate. They get in their head. They get worried. The pressure gets to them. All you got to do is you just got to go back, walk straight and kick it straight. It's simple, mate. Simples. And this is where it rolls in and we watch.
It's the smugness. It's the smugness that I find most disconcerting.
I almost hope I don't kick another one for the year.
We're going to watch the footage, but as you would know, I've managed to find out a couple of RFIs. It's not all gravy.
Oh, you've picked something. You've picked out a negative, have you? That's weird. That's strange. I was waiting for it.
I was happy for you.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong.
All right, let's see what it is.
I was cheering with everyone else. But there was a couple of things in the replay, and there's a couple of things that I think we need brought to the attention.
Let's see who pick this out.
Let's just have a look at it, shall we?
Here we go.
Bangs it long, race on, Johannesson.
Great cut from JJ.
That's nice.
Beautiful.
Nice from JJ. Good to see him back doing his thing. Right.
And that's it. That's the mark right there.
Okay, that's the mark. We're going to come back to that moment.
Alpha move.
Just pause right there.
Alpha move.
When you this little moment, can you just what are you doing here? Have you seen someone do? You know what? They're actually meant to mark the turf. Like you're meant to dig in. That was a nervous tick. You got really nervous straight away, didn't you? Like, I know what forwards do. They seem to do this little step thing.
It was a little look down and going, what am I doing here? It was that crystallization. How is this
Stick to your routine. Right now? What's my routine? Do I have a routine? What's the routine?
Go back to 2018. What is it?
All right, so you've tapped the turf.
But you like how I've turned my back? I know I'm kicking it. I'm not passing this.
Don't bother.
Didn't pick that up.
Don't bother. Now you've already
taken the responsibility.
You've already attended to the hair.
Yep.
Pause again, please.
Crucial first step.
Pause again. What size are the shorts?
Very
People
small.
have been tweeting me and texting me.
I got a tweet saying that I've gone down a size in this round. No, it was just. Have
the
size
legs
medium.
gotten bigger or have the shorts gotten smaller?
No, Laverne and Cheryl are just doing their thing.
Why are you wearing children's shorts?
Well, you don't want to be anything baggy. You don't want to give someone a chance to grab a hold of certain things.
Okay. Now, the other thing, we know where the goals are, mate. Why are you pointing?
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm illustrating. It's just simple, straight. Okay. And I'm just pointing to where I'm going to kick it.
Where are you looking here?
I'm just checking myself out in the scoreboard.
I knew it.
I'm looking at the time, the clock counting down, so I can have.
That's a lie.
I've run the whole length of the ground, Taj. You know I'm a back. What am I doing up here? I don't know.
Put it to you.
But I've run the whole length of the field, and I'm thinking, well, I'm going to take a breath.
I would put it to you that you and all the other handsome people out there went,
well, it obviously did the trick. It settled the nerves.
Looked up,
got the confidence up.
Looked up. Yep. Still handsome.
That's it. Tick.
Now I know where I've got to kick. Hair's been attended to.
Yep. No, it's
shorts
plausible.
are
highly plausible.
Tight.
Yep, as intended.
And I've got to run to that little dot on the ground that I tapped with my boot earlier.
But you did breath.
There's your jumper's tight. Don't need to see your nipple.
On there.
Don't need to see your nipple.
That's it. Line it up.
You did. You hit it pretty sweet, didn't you?
And you don't go in too fast. Just nice and easy, and just tap.
And then
I forgot what to do with the celebration.
And the rest is
hadn't got that far. Hadn't thought about the celebration. Didn't know what was going to happen.
You looked very happy.
Yeah, well, the boys got around me like it was my first goal.
This is unedited. Let's just enjoy.
If we can just keep this on loop throughout the rest of the show, this would be great. I think the listeners would be. I got a lot of tweets about asking if they could just have it on loop.
After we're done, we're going to move on very soon,
but not until we get to watch it again.
What we're going to do on the back of that.
Yep.
It's
going to be hard to compete with that.
It is going to be hard to compete with that. It's going to be hard to. Because it is, in its own way, iconic.
Oh. Yeah, this is a bit of positivity that I'm not expecting. This is normally when he builds me up and he's about to pull the rug.
In 30 years' time, it will be forgotten. In 3 weeks, it will be forgotten. It's an
probably
absolute
after this,
footnote. Once this podcast finishes, it will dissolve. But we had a chat, didn't we, during the week around it might be fun to collate maybe the top 4 or 5 or however many goals from the AFL era. So from 1990 to now, iconic or best goals. Do you think we should do best goals or most iconic goals of the Bulldogs?
Just best goals ever for the Bulldogs in the last 20 years.
Yeah, in the last 30. Yeah, I think maybe iconic. It's a bit of a broader, not necessarily, goals of difficulty, but the most iconic goals.
I reckon that'd be pretty nice.
So I think what we might do is
are we talking? That's
it's on the shortlist. It's in the top 600 nominations. Yeah. So it'll be given.
So you're saying there's a chance.
It'll be given its chance.
All right, vote in, listeners.
if we put together a small group, and what we'll do, so we'll put this group together, then we'll unveil it next week on Barclay Street.
Fabulous.
And we're hoping then what we'll be able to do is direct you to the website, the westernbulldogs.com.au.
Is it a vote set up?
To vote set up. To then
perfect.
Which one would you have in there as a nomination if you could nominate the most iconic?
I think Bonti's...
Don't exclude President Cup.
Your last kick was iconic, but not a goal, so it doesn't quite count. Do we have that footage?
Well, that was unnecessary.
That's just a little bit of back at you. Anyway, what was the question?
If you could nominate an iconic... I've gone and tried to be funny,
and I've rattled myself. Stick to what you know.
First rule of showbiz. Stay in your lane.
Bonti. It was Bonti's kick out the back, prelim final. JJ Burse out the back.
Right. Yes.
I think it's an underrated execute, because it's not the easiest kick on the run across the arc.
25 metres out directly in front, no one around him. You think that's?
I thought it was pretty iconic. Put us up. It's pretty good if you want to ankle the current skipper.
Hey, I'm just going
to, it's a pretty important part of the history.
Yeah, no, it was iconic. If I'm nominating,
what are you going for? You're going to do your thing and go as far back as you can. You're going to go back to the 90s.
Yeah,
91.
Yeah, I am.
Let's see.
1990.
Let's see. There's probably 5
right when it started.
If you remember this goal. Gee
whiz, that'll really warm you to the heart.
Shouldn't have done that.
Of our supporters who are 40 and above. That was Easton Wood.
Yeah. That was directed at him.
Yeah,
that was all for him.
Feel free to email the club your complaints that he's ageist and that he's
Wood Easton.
I would just nominate because there are clearly others of the modern era, but Stephen Collingwood versus the Magpies, where he balks Graham Wright, runs around on his left. I think I would nominate that one.
One of your faves?
Yeah. So anyway, we'll put together a list of maybe 5 or 6 of those.
Yep.
Not sure if Easton's will make the cut or his nomination, and mine will definitely be.
If there's an open voting poll, you better believe.
But it's going to be
a campaign.
So keep an eye out for that on the socials and on the website. Until then, why don't we take a quick break because we are going to welcome a wonderful guest, a star of the competition.
Absolutely.
A football journalman, you'd have to say.
Well,
Third club.
Yes.
I think he feels most at home at the Western Bulldogs. But let's hear it from him.
Sure.
Yeah, let's hear it from him. We'll be right back with Adam Treloar. Welcome back to the Western Bulldogs podcast, Barclay Street. Don't Don't laugh and try and make me stuff up.
I wouldn't do that, Tosh. I wouldn't do that. You're too hard to rattle. Look at you. Aren't you just a clean...
Where's the collegiate vibe? We are comrades.
Are we?
Well...
Because that knife under this rib here.
We're excited though, aren't we?
Absolutely.
It's great to welcome Adam Treloar to Barclay Street Podcast
you,
for the first time this year. It's good to have you, man.
Excited to be on.
How you going? You good?
Going very well,
Fit
thanks.
and healthy and
I am
well.
fit and healthy, yep.
Well, I would have worn the singlet too if I actually...
I've actually lost a bit of weight.
Have you?
Intentional?
Yeah, I did. So I've been a little bit heavy the last couple of years. Coming into this year, I wanted to lose a bit of weight, so I actually have, and that's why I got the singlet on.
What are we talking? How many kilos?
kgs.
Yeah, down. Like, is it significant? Like percentage?
Yeah, I would say it is. Yeah, I played it the last couple of years. I played it. Can you ever guess what I played at?
87.
No, I was 91 when I used to play it.
Jeez, wow.
Now, can you have a guess at what I'm playing at now?
Now 87.
84.
Oh, wow.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, this is a big difference. And do you notice your ability to move?
Well and truly. I think that was the thing for me. I think with the soft tissue stuff that I've had and trying to find ways to, I guess, get up, just felt like I probably should lose a bit of weight and see how I go. And I have, and I feel really good.
Right. Do you feel like you've lost anything in terms of, because I've been so, like, I was so impressed when you came into the club with just your ability to lift and the numbers you were pushing out with, what is it, 140 on the bench, 145?
145, mate. Don't
what did you get, Bobo?
Oh, well...
You would have been close to that, wouldn't you?
Been a bit of a smart ass, are you? 130, thanks, champ.
That's actually not too bad.
I know you
I never saw it, though.
I knew you were going... I'm not saying the technique was very good. It's certainly not a technique.
I can't confirm that you did. I never saw that, though.
I almost snapped vertebrae in the back.
Must have been before I was
in. It was very arched. But I
really got up to that crescendo and then really pulled it back.
Yeah.
Smart. Oh, yeah. Climb the mountain and then just...
Yeah.
But how does it feel... So we played GWS this week. Is it like playing against your old side when you play the Giants, or is it sort of
changed
because it's two steps gone? And
that's early days. It was obviously because when I was obviously at the Pies the first couple of years, but then after that it kind of changed for me. It wasn't really against because a lot of the players had moved on. So now, well and truly, there's a lot of players there that have moved on. So I understand the rivalry and how heated the contest is. I've watched the last few games. I remember last year's game at Marvel Stadium when there was a lot of physicality in it, and I'm really excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, great.
How are you feeling the colours? I feel like they really suit you. I think the red, white, and blue has been, of the three teams you've been at, has been the most sympathetic.
Well, my partner Kim has said that. Straight away, she said she always felt like the red, white, and blue suited me. When I go over to New York and watch the Rangers play, the red, white, and blue wear the jacket.
Yeah,
always felt like it suited me. So
great.
I feel like I'm at home.
You certainly look at home in it, mate. That's for sure.
Thank you.
So we need to get to some of the fan questions shortly, but we put out the tweet or the picture to get some questions for you, and an immediate response. One of your ex-teammates and one of our teammates responded very quickly. Sam Darley.
Oh yeah,
very upset.
What did he say?
Well, he's very upset you didn't go for the number 33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he felt like that would have been a...
What am I meant to do? Kick Naughty out of it?
Well, he just felt like it would have been a fitting homage. Was it a bit of a slap for Sam, Adam?
No, he needs to take a chill pill. I actually did think about that straight away. First thought was, what number am I going to wear? And
you seem like someone who the number would be a...
It does. It does matter to me.
It does matter, yeah.
But then I realised... One of the stars of our footy team, Naughty wears it, so I can't really take that. What am I going to say?
Did you put the request?
I actually didn't.
I'm not asking for it, but just in case.
So Naughty's a star. What if you really wanted number 10? Would you have been like,
"What it's time to move on, mate"?
It's funny, like Naughty's right too.
You're almost correct.
It is funny because Naughty was a big Collingwood fan. He was a massive Collingwood fan.
Was he?
Before.
Really?
So he used to. That was the first thing he said when I got traded.
Sour taste.
Yeah, so I probably could have. I probably could have, but well, I'm happy with the number one.
Okay, well, it suits you. And the other question, funnily enough, number related. Jared Grant, former number one. Why haven't you reached out for any mentoring from? That's what Jared wanted to know.
That's not a real question. You don't actually have to. It's not a real question.
Well, he can help him with the stress phase.
We get guests on here. We're supposed to be looking after them, and you're trying to set them up with your own comedy. He can't answer that in an interesting way. Terrible question.
What did Jared Grant
about you.
We opened the show.
About you.
Shush.
I'm quite enjoying myself here. I've got you on the heels.
Get off your soapbox.
What are you going to do?
He talked about at the start of the show a shred phase.
Yeah.
What better person to speak to about shredding than Jared Grant?
Hold on, was Jared
He
Grant...
can get you down to 62.
Was he shredded or was he just skinny?
Well,
it depends who you ask.
It's not going to. You don't have to be whacking spindle all of a sudden.
You've been put in a dehydrator.
But I feel like you set him up for failure. Old Shanks.
Well, I'll reach out to him. I'll make sure I do.
He's very keen to hear from you, Jared.
I'll reach out to
have
him.
you got some fan
We
questions
do.
for
We've got
our
some great
esteemed
questions.
guest?
Very popular on the line. There was a huge outpouring of questions, and one that saw you're not surprised of that popped up numerous times is how did the bromance between you and Dunks? I'm sure you've been asked about this a million times now.
It's been the most
But
common
it seems
question.
a very, very popular
It's
thing.
challenging Brad Johnson and Rowan Smith.
It is.
That's
But you and Gia.
Yeah, that's
Back
true.
in the day, you
Yeah.
probably did kick it to each other all the time, pad the stats. I noticed we never did that.
Yeah, whatever the opposite of that
It was
was.
just me give it to you and you do the rest.
Yeah, that's right.
And stick to your strengths. Sorry, what was the question?
I was enjoying
asked
you
the
guys
question.
having a conversation.
You and Dunks.
No, we just hit it off from the start, really. I think I was kind of reached out to him as soon as the
Did you know each other prior to?
No, we didn't know each other personally.
Yeah.
Just
I felt like we were going
Instagram.
I felt like we were going to because his sister Lara plays obviously with Kim now, and they know each other. So I've met Josh a few times.
Do you double date?
Well, when Lara comes down,
Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, it's more they're tagging along with Josh and I, not there with me.
That's what I like to hear. But it's a daunting thing coming into
It is
a new
extremely
club, and obviously
daunting,
you've had to do it.
Yeah.
This is the second time coming in. So was that the reach out and try and...
Yeah, well, the daunting thing, obviously, because the second time wasn't really off my own doing. I didn't obviously seek the trade. But, yeah, it was very scary for me.
I haven't heard anything about this trade. Could you know?
Breaking stories here.
It was
Barker
scary
Street.
for me. But we just hit it off from the get-go, and there's a lot of similarities that we have. And, I just love the bloke. I love him.
Yeah, great.
Time for a tandem bicycle, I reckon.
Yeah. Imagine if we take it
to the
training.
next. That's what Johnson and Smith never did that.
Didn't
Take
they?
it to the next
So
level.
if we did that, we would surpass.
Yeah, matching
That's
Hawaiian
instant.
shirts.
Okay.
Instant
Matching
number
outfits.
one.
I'll look for it.
Matching outfits, tandem bike.
I'll look for that.
Yeah.
Now, Bobo, you're a big fan of nicknames within football clubs,
Yeah.
and Harry Nelson's written in, have you got a unique nickname?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that I've got a unique nickname. No, I don't.
Is there any from days gone by?
just-
any extra creative ones? You might have to censor any, no?
Yeah.
Adsy.
well-
Well, Arch,
'Cause Ads is
Archie here calls me Evie.
And this is the best thing about
this
Arch.
is-
For listeners at home, Arch is our, he's been with the
Beloved.
club for how long?
Long time, hasn't he?
Long time, like 35 years.
Still
maybe.
unsure of what his role is.
Yeah, spiritual guidance.
That's it.
Loosely.
And he has a nickname for everyone.
And
Call
he has
me
an
Evie.
individual nickname for every single player on the list.
What was your nickname?
I'm Weston.
You're Weston
Weston.
because Easton.
Of
Mine
course.
was Dan because of Dan Murphy's.
Yep.
Well, mine's Evie because of Adam and Eve.
And there it is.
So I guess
don't
the
mind
most
it.
unique
Yeah.
one
Evie.
I've ever had is Evie.
We can, maybe
Arch
this
strikes
is
again.
a question. You need to write this down. We're going to have what's Archer's nickname for you?
What do you think the
On the
power
club.
structure of this podcast is? That I write down your notes.
Just practicing.
I'm a little
I've read
lucky,
this
am I?
alpha book lately. It's practicing asserting dominance.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Just trying to
Champ.
emphasise.
Write it down yourself. How about we go with that?
Oh,
boy.
okay.
Are there any more fan questions
We've
you'd
got time
like
for
to?
a couple
Yeah,
more.
I reckon go a couple more. I think we're feeling the vibe here.
Yeah, great. Well, Sarah Clark's written in. She wants to know, her boys are keen on what your pre-game song is. Do you have a pre-game song? Do you get pumped up for a game? What's the process?
Are you a hip hop guy?
Oh, I don't mind most music.
Yeah.
I am a little bit, yeah. No, but I like The Greatest Showman. Have you seen the movie The Greatest Showman?
haven't.
I've had to watch it
So,
at least 50
didn't you
times.
choose
The
to?
kids. No, I love it. It's great. My kids are obsessed by it.
Well, there's some. It's
Great
like
tunes
a
on
sing-along movie, really.
Oh, great.
And Hugh Jackman and
Oh, boom.
Zac Efron. That's exactly it. So
You'd like it.
next
Don't
this
tweet
week.
that.
I don't know if I'm really vibing it from that, but
I mean, well, some people
might have
prefer
let
Hugh
them-
Jackman's version.
Well,
They're
The
the
Greatest
first to
Showman.
admit that.
The Greatest Showman would probably be something that But I don't really listen to music, really.
Yeah. Well, because it's kind of changed a little bit now, because you can't have your phone and stuff
and
in
plus
there
we've got music
unless you've got
playing
an actual iPod little nano thing or whatever they are.
Well, I don't think anyone has those either.
Times are changing, you know how it's like.
What is getting played down in the gym these days?
Couldn't tell you a single name of the songs. That's where I'm at.
Libber's the resident DJ.
Yeah, but Libber's got an eclectic. He's a bit of an old rock dog as well.
He's good. Yeah, pre-game probably not the old rock dogs. Oh, actually, no, the boss gets a bit of a run. What's his name?
Oh, my God. You're having quite the episode where you've slandered earlier before you arrived at him.
Oh, I made a terrible blow.
Any Bulldog supporter over the age
let's
of 40.
Let's not go over old ground, Bubba. We've been there. We've been there. We don't need to bring up.
Oh, boy. He kicks one goal from 25 hours straight.
We have I can lean back. Do we have the goal?
And his head completely falls off.
Someone's written in here, Weston's written in and asked, what did you think of Easton's goal on the weekend?
I was one of the first to celebrate, mate, so I was very happy for you.
You were quiet. You went with the big...
but did you back me in? What chances did you give me a kick in?
I backed you, mate. Because throughout the week you said...
Confidence.
Did you kick a goal at training? Or no, it was in the VFL a couple of weeks ago.
I did, yeah.
What a guy.
And you said you hadn't kicked a goal. You said you hadn't kicked a goal in a while. I remember I ran up to you and said, well, no, mate, I'm happy for you.
Boys, you around me. See, that's a good team, mate.
Maybe
you would have been down back.
What were you doing down there?
You would have just gone and got a drink. You wouldn't have come and slapped me on the back.
What, for kicking a goal at training?
How did you manage to get down? How did you manage to get down there on the full?
I don't know. I just saw space and I ran. Just instinct, mate.
Maybe we should call you the greatest showman. Check it out, guys. Easton kicked a goal at training. Oh, we should all just.
I was wrong. It wasn't training.
It's in a game.
Can I?
It's in the VFL.
You've sent him on a tangent.
Training.
You're well within your right, but you're wrong.
Oh boy, hey, I've got a fan question. So I'm a fan of yours. I'm a fan of the Bulldogs. Played at 3 clubs. You strike me as an affectionate guy.
I am.
Tactile, like a hug, like a high five, all that sort of thing. Giants, Pies and the Dogs, where do we rank in terms of affection? Physical affection?
Top of my head, right up there. Yeah, right up there. There's obviously...
Top 3?
Top 3, yeah. But no, it honestly is right up there. I think it helps that winning. And it well and truly helps, but... We always talk about celebrating the little wins, and we do that as good as anyone that I've ever been a part of. And you've seen those games when, there has been a couple of blowout games this year, obviously against North and on the weekend towards the end. We were still getting around each other, celebrating, hugging each other, laughing, smiling. You can just
get around blokes that
feel that
one
and
in
see
a while.
that. Exactly.
See?
Yeah.
And it's something that I'm a massive part of.
I'm all for it. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the love. I love the hunger you guys are playing with. I love the emphasis you put on kicking goals at training.
Sorry, Woody, mate.
Didn't happen.
Sorry, mate. It wasn't training.
Would you get hold of yourself?
There was a training in the extras at the end.
No wonder there was such a big fuss of your goal in the game.
Oh, God.
Adam, a couple of the stock questions we ask all of our guests, all the players that come on board, is the Last Dance documentary about the Chicago Bulls. I don't even have to ask you whether you watched it because I know you would have. If you take Michael Jordan out of it, which character or which person in that documentary kind of most intrigued you?
Well, I think it'd be a no-brainer saying Dennis Rodman. He was probably the number one for me. Just
been a popular choice on the pod.
A lot of them were. Like I enjoyed Steve Kerr and what he spoke about and just his mindset because he was a part of a lot of successful championship runs.
Yeah.
And that's no fluke. Clearly he was an awesome teammate. But for me, Dennis Rodman, just the way his mind worked. I mean, it's incredible.
How do you perform at that level?
In the middle of a playoff, go and wrestle and then come back and play. And still perform at that level. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, mate.
Is that like four
Rodmans and one Jackson? And did you and Bonty forget to do it last week?
Did I ask
in your
him?
romance? Just forgot about it.
I just got lost in his aura.
That makes sense. That's
a great
fair.
one.
A lot of everyone does.
Football's Moses. What was the movie? What was the movie that terrified you as a kid?
It's the scene. It's actually quite funny. It's the scene from The Lion King. I promise you.
This is amazing.
It's a very dark movie.
It's
Is it the elephant graveyard?
Let him answer.
Nah, it's
not
just
your
after the
fault.
elephant
You've never
graveyard.
butted in once this entire
Gee,
time.
well,
I still
at
get
least
that
let him
feeling.
Double
tell us.
standards.
At
Now
least
it's
let
it
him
again.
tell
You
us.
talk
And
over
then,
him as I talk over you.
I still get that feeling. I can just remember it when I'm a kid watching it. It's the bit where Scar leaves Simba in the gorge bit, and then you see them rock shaking after he sort of growls, and then the stampede comes down and it zooms in on his face, and I still have that feeling. It just scares me.
What a film.
it's a very dark film.
Very dark film.
What would you like to say about The Lion King, Easton?
The graveyard bit. You were mentioning the graveyard bit.
Go make yourself a cup of tea,
You put me
guys.
off my game. I was trying to think of something good to say back, but I couldn't find it.
Last
great
one.
film.
It is a great film. Last one from me. What opposition league footballer lives in your neighbourhood?
A lot of St Kilda boys live out there because I'm living in Hyatt.
Okay.
And a common one I see, Jack Steele.
Okay. And what's the?
I played Giants with Jack Steele, so
Okay. Okay. So you got it.
so I see him a bit.
Are there any that you sort of
Don't like.
well that you don't know? You know,
Take a
you
wide
can- when
berth,
Jack Steele,
cross
you
the other
can-
side of the road.
Well,
and
it's
continue.
legit a lot of the St Kilda boys. So I actually seen Taron Thomas
Yeah.
the other day. I don't think he lives out that way, but I seen him the other day. He
Okay.
plays for North Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I just seen him. So
Yeah. Right. Did
Yeah.
you lock eyes? What happened?
No, we
I want
didn't.
the details.
Darren, if you're watching, what were you
It's
doing
one of
out there?
those
Please
things
write
where-
in, let us know.
you just
Yeah.
get a bit shy and see him and just put your head down and keep
Right.
walking.
Cool.
I'm a shy type person.
You're a shy
I
type
am.
person. Affectionate.
Affectionate, but I'm very shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trimming
And a
down.
I am.
lean, mean
Yeah.
machine
Strong in
at
the gym,
moment.
though.
Yeah.
Don't discredit me in the gym, Woody.
Can confirm. No discredit here. Whereas
145.
very
Yeah,
asterisk
Mike.
on this 130 over here. Didn't see it.
An
Didn't happen.
unofficial. Let's call it a wind assisted. Ads, thanks so much for coming
Thanks
on.
for having me.
We
Appreciate it.
love watching you out there. It is seriously so good to see you guys, the way you're playing with the connection and the hunger and the teamwork at the moment is tough to get a game for the doggies at the moment, but let's keep it rolling and wouldn't it be nice to make it 6 in a row against
Absolutely.
your old mob and our nemesis, the GWS Giants. So we'll be out there with
Thanks
you
for coming,
riding every
mate.
bump.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
bye-bye.